Hey guys, this is Megan and I'm excited that you're here with me today. I just want to take you down a real quick path of mine of, where I was in this dark place to where my life is today. And I want to share with you how it all changed. You see, it was just 2 years ago, actually less than 2 years ago, that I was working a total of 80 hours a week at 3 different jobs. And I remember waking up one morning thinking how unhealthy I felt and how I suddenly found myself with less friends because working 80 hours a week, you don't have much time for a social life and you barely have enough time to take care of yourself. And I remember just being very sad and very alone in that moment and thinking, man, is this all that I have for my life? Is this all that I'm destined for? And, it was very hard for me to even put my 2 feet on the floor that day and get out of bed. And as if that wasn't a low point enough for me, I finally, 2 weeks later, hit my rock bottom. I woke up that morning to the news that I had lost my job. My full-time 40-hour-a-week job, I had lost it. I had been laid off. And this completely crushed me. I felt as though my world was crumbling around me because I found myself suddenly not being able to afford my apartment, which meant I had to sell everything that I owned just to finish paying my bills. I had to, get rid of my apartment. And if that wasn't bad enough, I then made the phone call to my mom to say, Mom, I lost my job. I've sold everything that I have and I need to move back home. And at 24, that is not a phone call that you want to make. It's not something that makes you proud in that kind of moment. It's a very discouraging moment. Here I was, I've been on my own since I was 18 years old, and now I'm 24 years old. I'm broke, I'm in debt, I've sold everything that I have just to pay what bills that I had, and I've lost my apartment. I can no longer take care of myself. I have to move back in with my parents. And that was just such a low rock bottom moment for me. And it was when I was living with my parents, I had another one of those mornings where I just couldn't get out of bed and I just laid there and I finally thought, Megan, you can keep feeling sorry for yourself or you can decide to change and do something. And it was shortly after that everything did turn around. I ended up meeting my friend who was also my mentor, Dave, and he started sharing the different information with me and really started, introducing me to other people within his industry. And when I was making different connections with other successful people, and when I was really listening to Dave and all the information that he was giving me, all of a sudden one day it was like a light switch, like a light bulb. Something went off inside of me that said, man, I am destined to do more with my life. I am destined to do something more in this world, and I'm gonna do just that. And there were so many people in my life at this time that were just naysayers. They didn't think that I could do it, or they didn't understand why I was, so upset with my life. I had it so great. What could I be upset about? I was living with my parents, and I was, working 2 part-time jobs, and I was, I had a social life again. So, they expected me to settle for less than my best. And, they constantly were telling me, oh, just be happy. You have everything you could ever want. But in my head, I'm going, no, I don't. I don't drive the car that I want to drive. I don't have the house that I want to have. I'm in debt. I have bills to pay. There's so many things that I was going through in my head when they were saying these things to me. And I realized that finally they just wanted me to settle. They wanted me to settle like they had settled in life. And I absolutely refused to do that. So I kept going. I kept working. I kept, putting in the blood, sweat, and tears. Anything that I could do, I kept doing. And, like I said, after that light bulb went off in me and after, I flipped on the light switch, it almost happened overnight for me. My success and the change in my life literally almost happened overnight. And it's funny how when you put yourself around successful people with the right information, how successful that makes you, And I went from this dark place in my life to this wonderful place in life. And I was sitting in Medellin, Colombia. We flew down there a few months ago, actually, to visit some friends. And I was sitting there in Medellin, drinking my tea that morning, looking at the beautiful sunrise over the mountains. And I was at complete peace with my life. And it was in that moment that I had to pinch myself, that I had to say to myself, is this real? It was such a surreal moment that I had to say, you know, take a step back and say, wow, you know, look where I was and look where I am now. Look where I am now. Is this my life? Is this really my life? I mean, I was literally pinching myself. Is this really my life? I'm just a small town girl from Iowa, you guys. I am just a small town girl from Iowa. And a small town girl in Iowa traveling to Medellin, Colombia, I was just like blown away by the beauty that this country had and the fact that I was sitting in it. The fact that I woke up that morning able to look at the beautiful mountains of Medellin, Colombia, not the cornfields of Iowa. I was sitting in beautiful Medellin. You know, so it was in that moment that I realized how far I had come. And it was in that moment that I realized that now my job was to inspire other women and motivate other women and let them know that they can too make a change. You know, and I'm not here to tell you that it's going to happen overnight, but I can promise you with a little bit of hard work, everything that you put in to what you want out of life, you will get back. I can promise you that. And I will do everything in my power to help you get out of the situation that you are in today. If you in your heart are thinking, I am destined for more in life, I am destined to do more with my life in this world. If you're thinking that and you really want to make a change and in your heart you know that, I will help you, okay? I will do everything I can in my power to bring you out of the situation that you are in right now and give you your dreams, okay? I will do everything in my power to make sure that you will succeed in your dreams because I want that for you, because I wanted that so bad for myself. I wanted it so bad for myself. And I am so honored to be able to share this information with you today. So guys, if you're ready to make a change, if you feel it in your heart, if you know it's time and something has been tugging at you even before this video, if something has just been tugging at you that it's not right, your life deserves a change. You deserve a change. You deserve a different life. You deserve your dreams. If you're ready for that, if you're ready to take action, then click the link below.